Most of the people we're just fans. There are some parents and players, obviously, and jobs who have vested interest. And in the grand scheme of things, I do understand. All right, let's take a few more ticket texts, and then we'll get into something that's really bizarre. If you're not sick or carrying the virus, what's the difference if you're hitting or sweating on somebody if you don't have the virus? That's a good point, but we don't know if you have the virus. Some people might have the virus, but hopefully there's testing every day. What has the Big Ten indicated that would suggest that playing in the spring will be more acceptable? What if the other conferences play and things spike in March? Those conferences will play, and the Big Ten's plan or lack of planning will have resulted in no season at all. You're absolutely correct. Yeah. Taking a big chance. You're taking a chance either way, whether you play or you're not playing. How often do we see widespread flu within a football team? Not very often. That's from Gregory. That's true, but this is a little different than the flu because of the way it spreads to other people. I don't think it will change anything with regards to recruiting. If anything, any smart parent and athlete will see that the Big Ten did their best to keep their children safe. Furthermore, if you think any college president or Big Ten athletic director wants what happened on the Maryland campus surrounding DJ Durkin and the student athlete who died in the hands of their training staff is out of their mind. Sam in Ann Arbor.
Well, how about all the parents right now who have sent letters to Kevin Warren, to the Big Ten?
There might be a protest in front of the Big Ten office tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow morning.
Yeah, Wade from Ohio State, his father's flying up there.
Yeah, I got tomorrow off.
You're going to be there, covered for the Big Ten Network. As long as there's one case in America is a threat to spread, at what point do we start living again over a virus that isn't even affecting 1% of the population? That's from Greg. I completely understand that as well. But it's the unknown. That's the problem. That's the whole problem. If we knew what exactly was going to happen, I don't think it'd be an issue because there's no vaccine.
Right, but and I've said this before, and I understand everybody's caution, everybody's fear, but we can't base every decision on fear of what could possibly happen.
All right, what could possibly happen to Cincinnati Reds broadcaster Tom Brenneman is still up in the air. I believe he has been suspended. He could possibly not work again, and this is what happened yesterday in their game with the Kansas City Royals. The Reds were playing, I believe, in Kansas City. And I don't know what the discussion was, but it was off air. The microphone was on. Somehow it got on the air. And we're going to bleep it out. But as you'll hear, Tom Brenneman makes a homophobic slur.
Reds Live, the pregame show presented by Ray St. Clair Roofing.
Yes, Ray St. Clair Roofing gets a free plug. The bleeping was, he said, this. I have no idea what city he was talking about. He said it's one of the beep capitals of the world, and the word he used rhymes with gag, and it is a derogatory word for gay. That's something you cannot say in 2020 or probably even way before that. Okay? Yeah. It is a derogatory word that rhymes with gag. So that gives you what he said. Now, he found out that he said it, and you just have to listen to this. He apologizes, but during the game, and during his apology, former Tiger Nick Castellanos hits a home run. And I'm not laughing about this. This person's going to lose his career over this probably if you listen to him. That's number one. Number two, you don't want to laugh when somebody's making a homophobic slur. But the fact, to me,
the timing
of this is just incredible. Listen.
3-0 ball game with the Reds in front of the Royals. We go to the top half of the fifth inning. Castellanos to lead things off. Chip Dave's going to be taking us the rest of the way through this game. As Holland takes over on the mound. I made a comment earlier tonight that I guess went out over the air that I am deeply ashamed of. If I have hurt anyone out there, I can't tell you how much I say from the bottom of my heart. I'm so very, very sorry. I pride myself and think of myself as a man of faith, left field by Castellanos. It will be a home run. And so that'll make it a 4-0 ball game. I don't know if I'm going to be putting on this headset again. I don't know if it's going to be for the Reds. I don't know if it's going to be for my bosses at Fox. I want to apologize for the people who signed my paycheck for the Reds, for Fox Sports Ohio, for the people I work with, for anybody that I've offended here tonight. I can't begin to tell you how deeply sorry I am. That is not who I am, and never has been. And I'd like to think maybe I could have some people that can back that up. I am very, very sorry, and I beg for your forgiveness. Jim Day will take you the rest of the way home.
Wow. That was unbelievable. Look, there's no defending what he said. I mean, look, I'm not going to sit here and pretend I'm Mr. Prude. Over my lifetime, I've used that word probably, like a lot of people have. Never on the air. Haven't used it in a long time, but I've used that word. People make off-color jokes all the time. We are always taught, you don't say those things. Well, exactly. The microphone is always on, whether it is or not. You cannot do that because it is just not the right thing to do, and it's offensive. Whether it's career-ending or not remains to be seen. Tom Brenneman is a pretty damn good broadcaster. His father, Marty Brenneman, the legend, Hall of Fame Cincinnati Reds broadcaster. I never heard somebody, at least in my memory, actually beg. He used the word, I beg your forgiveness.
Yeah.
He knows he effed up. Now, you're going to sit there and, because we had, in this society of not just cancel culture, but in a society where, and I've been guilty of it too, where we basically grade and rate apologies.
Right.
Whether is he apologizing because he knows he's done? Is he apologizing because he really feels bad? Is he apologizing because he knows he effed up? I think it's a combination of all three.
Well, and I think where this is going to go, and he said it too, he's hoping that there's people that know him and know his personality and know who he is and what he stands for. I think that's where it's going to come down to, because we've all made mistakes, whether it's been on public broadcasts or in the quiet of our own homes. Mm-hmm. We've all made mistakes, and I think it will come down to those that know him best, those that sign his checks, those that work with him on a daily basis. What type of person is he? Is this characteristic of what he is off of air? Then I think that's a different story. If it's not, I'm not the one to make the judgment, but I think there are mistakes that are made that you apologize for and you pay a price.
Right. Look, something should happen.
Yeah.
I don't think, in this case, and I'm sure people will disagree, and you can, 248-539-9797. I don't think it should be career. The Reds might not want him, okay? Fox Sports might not want him. He's really good at what he does. Eventually, over time, I think somebody will hire him and probably should hire him. I mean, you lose your job for a year or two or something, or whatever. I get that. The guy should be able to work again. And that's what I believe in. You can disagree with me all you want. 248-539-9797 is the telephone number. Don't forget, coming up at 7:35, our list of the best. Where the number goes to number 22. Hey, you want to get away and relax? And just have a good time. Go to the D, Las Vegas, for everything you need. The D, socially distancing, doing it the right way, still having a great time. Great food at the D. They got Joe Vicari's on the Italian Steakhouse there. They got American Coney Island there. It's actually a place upstairs there called the D Grill. They have great pancakes at the D Grill. Not that you can really mess up pancakes, but they were really good the last time I was there. Anyway, you want to golf? The D will set you up all the great golf courses in Vegas. They'll get you a tee time. It's a lot of fun. Get a group together. Go to the D Las Vegas. Book a room right now, thed.com. That's thed.com. Or if you're staying on the Strip, make sure you put the D Las Vegas on your agenda. Go down, hang out at the Long Bar. You'll have a great time as well. Socially distanced as always. The your home for Detroit sports in Vegas.
97.1 The Ticket. Traffic.
From the WWJ AM 950 Traffic Center, this report brought to you by your local Lexus dealers. One incident on your drive this morning. That's out on 696 westbound after Groesbeck. A crash is blocking the left side. Experience the joy of a bigger world at the Lexus Golden Opportunity Sales Event. Enjoy 0% APR for 60 months on all 2020 models. Ends August 31st. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer. I'm Michelle Pena with traffic.
Text the ticket using the same number you used to call the ticket. Ticket text 248-539-9797.
Jordan Main here from Main Financial Group Wealth Management with today's Main Money Minute. Who do you trust? Your spouse, your kids, your parents? Most of us would say, of course. But what about your former employer? Do you trust them with your retirement? In the years I've been in the business, I've seen so many old, leftover retirement accounts just sitting at companies gathering dust. They're riddled with hidden fees, costing you some of your hard-earned money. Get our special report on strategies to avoid 401k rollover mistakes. Simply go to mfg401k.com today. That's mfg401k.com to get this valuable information. There's no obligation for this report. It's time for you to take back control of your money now. Thank you and stay safe, Michigan.
Investment advisory services offered through Gradient Advisors LLC, 877-885-0508, an SEC-registered investment advisor. Insurance products and services are offered through Main Financial Group. Main Financial Group and Gradient Advisors LLC are separate entities. Jeld-Wen offers whole house window solutions, as beautiful as they are reliable, at price points that work with your budget. Our versatile windows and patio doors help create spaces people love to live in, with beauty and performance that make a home feel exceptional. Builders, contractors, and homeowners choose Jeld-Wen windows for their craftsmanship, extensive design choices, and wide range of sizes and options. Plus, select Jeld-Wen products feature exclusive innovations like Finish Shield color technology for vinyl, which won't scratch or peel and never requires touch-ups like traditional paint. Choose Jeld-Wen and get the right windows for your home build or remodel projects. Visit jeld-wen.com to see our wide selection of windows to find the perfect fit for your next project. And visit one of the 14 Carter Lumber locations across Michigan and Toledo to speak with one of their experienced window professionals to help you get your next project started. Find your nearest Carter Lumber location today at carterlumber.com. The motto for world-class competition has always been faster, higher, stronger. It's the same for Navien, makers of condensing tankless water heaters. Faster to install and set up. Higher performance and efficiency to provide endless hot water. Stronger with the industry's strongest warranty. All because of the copper-free stainless steel heat exchanger built in every unit. Learn about Navien's condensing tankless water heaters and find a Navien contractor at tanklessmadesimple.com. That's tanklessmadesimple.com.
Indeed knows you've got big goals for your business, and we understand hiring is a crucial part of that. You need to hire people who will make a real impact. Indeed can help you find those important hires faster while paying only for what you need without any long-term contracts, thanks to our super flexible payment options. Start finding your important hire today with a free $75 credit for your first job post and get in front of more quality candidates. Go to Indeed.com/high impact. That's Indeed.com/high impact. Terms and conditions apply.
Most people know that Mr. Clean Magic Eraser removes crayon and scuff marks from walls, but did you know it even cleans tough kitchen and bathroom messes that are sometimes tough to tackle? Just wet, squeeze, and erase gray soap scum on your bathtub. Erase cloudy hard water spots in your shower. Erase burnt-on stovetop messes. So for all your tough kitchen and bathroom messes, try Mr. Clean Magic Eraser. Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean.
For muscle pain, body aches, to strains, Blue Emu Maximum Arthritis. It works fast and you won't stink. Its unique formula with emu oil penetrates deep to relieve arthritis pain, sore muscles, joints, and more.
I ran into Rona at a party, and now I can't run out with the guys.
Man, because Rona was at that party, I can't visit my mom.
I ran into Rona there, and now my bae said bye. Stop running around. Run the other way. Stay away from Rona. Here's how at RonaForReal.com.
Celebrate 40 years in business with LaFontaine and get the family deal today. Lease a new Ram 1500 Bighorn starting at just $184 a month. 4 LaFontaine Ram retailers in Fenton, Saline, Clinton, and in Lansing.
At home, in your car, or at work. Detroit's sports station.
Batting lefty against righty to strike one, swinging a high fly ball, right field deep, going back. Mazzara at the fence, angle jumps up, and it's gone, a home run. Jamer Candelario with a 3-run shot just over the outstretched glove of the leaping Adam Engel, and the Tigers take a 3-1 lead here in the 5th.
Oh, yeah, you were feeling good about that. Casey Mize on the hill, but then he gave up 2 runs. And then Gregory Soto gave up 2 solo home runs in the 8th inning. The Tigers lose their 8th in a row, 5-3 to the Chicago White Sox. Mize, his debut, I thought he looked pretty damn good. I mean, the stat line wasn't great, but 7 hits in 4 1/3 innings, 3 runs, including a home run. But he did strike out 7, and more importantly, didn't walk anybody and looked like he belonged. Tigers play this afternoon right here on 97.1 The Ticket, 1:45 pregame show. Spencer Turnbull on the mound. Coming up at 7:35, the best number 22s. Also last night, some of the NBA games, the Clips lose to the Mavericks 127-114. That series tied at 1. The Jazz over Denver, Donovan Mitchell 30. That series tied at 1. Toronto over Brooklyn, closer game than many thought. Van Fleet with 24. 2-0 the Raptors lead, and the Celtics beat the process. They're falling apart. The Sixers are done, I think. They're down 2-0 as the Celtics win that game. Now, we're talking about Tom Brenneman, the Cincinnati Reds broadcaster, Fox Sports Ohio. He used a homophobic slur on the air yesterday. He didn't think his microphone was on. He called someplace, I don't know where he was referring to, as the blank capitals of the world, or capital of the world, something like that. And the word he used is a homophobic slur that rhymes with bag. And we will leave it at that. But then can we play this again? I know it's long, but I think it's, those who are just getting in cars, pretty important. His apology when he found out about it. Now he said it on the pregame show. This is now the 5th inning. So here's what Tom Brenneman said.
3-0 ball game with the Reds in front of the Royals. We go to the top half of the 5th inning. Castellanos to lead things off. Jim Day's going to be taking us the rest of the way through this game as Holland takes over on the mound. I made a comment earlier tonight that I guess went out over the air that I am deeply ashamed of. If I have hurt anyone out there, I can't tell you how much I say from the bottom of my heart. I'm so very, very sorry. I pride myself and think of myself as a man of faith. As there's a drive in a deep left field by Castellanos, it will be a home run. And so that'll make it a 4-0 ball game. I don't know if I'll be putting on this headset again. I don't know if it's going to be for the Reds. I don't know if it's going to be for my bosses at Fox. I want to apologize for the people who signed my paycheck, for the Reds, for Fox Sports Ohio, for the people I work with, for anybody that I've offended here tonight. I can't begin to tell you how deeply sorry I am. That is not who I am, and never has been. And I'd like to think maybe I could have some people that can back that up. I am very, very sorry, and I beg for your forgiveness. Jim Day will take you the rest of the way home.
I beg for your forgiveness. What a beggar. All right. Look, you're a broadcaster. You're a very highly respected broadcaster. He does obviously NFL games on Fox. He does, Major League Baseball on Fox. His father's a Hall of Fame broadcaster. Did the Reds for years. Stupid thing to do, and he knows he's got to pay the consequences. I don't think it should be career-ending personally. It's bad, but it should not be career-ending. All right, here's some ticket texts. Harry in Rochester says Tom Brennan must not have spent enough time with Tim Tebow. I think he's vastly overrated and is a benefactor of nepotism. See ya. I don't think I'm sure. Yes, his dad being who he is helped him get a job. There's a lot of that in that business, but a lot of them are really, really good. Joe Buck, okay?
Yeah.
Joe Buck is really good. Iron Eagles kid who does the Clippers is really, really good. Some people
We're about to see how good Brian Greasy will be.
Well, he's been good before. I mean,
Right, yeah, but I mean, his stage is much bigger now. And
Yes.
obviously his dad was outstanding at what he did.
yes. Marv Albert's kid, Kenny Albert, it's okay. Just totally unacceptable. I don't understand how he would think this would ever be okay. His sorry means nothing, and he has the stones to qualify his apology with for anyone that's been offended. That's from Jason at home. Apologies are always so rough. They get, dissected. I'm guilty of dissecting them too. What is the best way to apologize? You just say, I'm sorry, I messed up, I made a mistake, it'll never happen again. Is that all you say? Because when you say, I'm sorry that I offended people, then that offends that person who just texted. I mean, I don't know what else you can do. Whatever happened to Sticks and Stones? Sticks and Stones might break my bones. But yes, I understand that, but we're in
a day and age where
but it's not even a day and age for that. I mean, we know you can't say that on the radio.
Right.
We knew that 30 years ago.
Right. But I just think that we're in a day and age where we should know better. And 30 years ago, should you know better? Sure. But this is a time where it's highlighted, and we should know better.
Yeah. Let's see. Why is everyone so butthurt over this? I personally think it was hilarious. That's from Eric in Brighton. Well, the comment really, we don't, unless I'm missing something, do we know what he was referring to? Is there a particular city, a particular area that was the rhymes with SAG, capital of the world? I have no idea. Mike texted and says that guy got caught talking how he normally talks. And if he's ignorant enough to use words like that in this day and age, he's got to go. Yeah, I agree. He loses this job. I don't think he should never work again in this business. Political correctness put an end to the Soviet Union. Who says we can't say that? That is the question. Who? Okay. Look, I
we get into the question, who is they?
Yeah, well, I agree. We do have sometimes a little too much PC in this world. I mean, All in the Family could not be made today. A lot of the great, comedic move, Blazing Saddles probably couldn't be made today because you're always offending someone. But you can't use slurs on the air, even if you didn't intentionally think it was going to be.
Right. That's as offensive to some as other words are to others.
Yeah, absolutely. By the way, speaking of, he's the Reds guy. Speaking of Ohio, I forgot to mention the hockey yesterday because I mentioned on the NBA. In hockey last night, while you were sleeping, Vancouver beat St. Louis 4-3. They lead that series 3-2. Montreal staved off elimination. They beat the Flyers 5-3. Philly leads 3-2. Tampa over Columbus 5-4. I'll get back to that in a second. They win the series 4-1. Colorado 7. Arizona 1. They win 4-1. Actually, they beat Arizona 7-1, 2 games in a row. And Boston eliminated Carolina 2-1, winning the series 4-1. Now, I mentioned Columbus. They lose to Tampa 5-4. John Tortorella, really good coach, really irks people the wrong way in a lot of ways with the way he handles the press. He yells and things like that. But it's always worth listening to Torts. And I know Ken Daniels, the great Red Wing broadcaster, has a pretty good relationship with Torts. Well, their season ends yesterday. And so he holds a press conference. And sometimes his press conferences can go 10 minutes. Other times they can go 30 seconds. This press conference went less than a minute. Here is the John Tortorella press conference after the Blue Jackets were eliminated by Tampa.
You guys fell down 2-0, and then after that, it's one of the most dominating stretches of play I think you've had in this postseason. Are you guilty then of playing the clock there in the final 8 minutes?
No. No, they had 3 shots.
Next question, Neil McHale, Inside Hockey.
Hey, John, I know it's hard after the series loss to really compress your thoughts, but what has this whole experience been like, being in the bubble, being so close to your players, working with them on a day-to-day basis, and just mentally seeing them come back after a pause in time has been unlike any, and,
You know what, guys? I'm not going to get into the touchy-feely stuff and the moral victories and all that. You guys be safe.
And he walked off. That was it. I know you're pissed your season ended, but you don't have to walk off. You can answer some other questions about the game, but that's who Torts is. All right.
No touchy-feely stuff.
Coming up next, the best number 22s of all time. Who wore it the greatest in the Detroit, Michigan area? 97-1.
Thinking about selling your home? Have you outgrown your current home? Get the Z Guarantee and call me, Mark Z.
24-month lease, 10,500 miles a year. No security deposit. Total due at signing F-150 3409. Fusion 2089. Easy plan pricing for returning lessees, including Ford Select inventory rebates. Plus tax, title, license, and dock with approved financing through Ford Credit. Ends 8/31/2020. The Ford Summer Sales Event is on at Pat Milliken Ford. Brian Godfrey, what can your customers expect this month?
We're delivering low prices, great selection, and of course, complete confidence with your purchase.
That's right. With the Ford Promise, customers who finance through Ford can return their purchase within a year if faced with financial hardship due to a loss of employment.
Absolutely. Want to know more? Visit Pat Milliken Ford for details.
Jumpstart your summer adventures when you lease a new 2020 Ford F-150 XLT Super Crew 4x4 or a 2020 Fusion SE, both Milliken Express price from just $149 a month.
We're ready to help you purchase a new Ford safely and affordably.
Start your experience online at PatMillikenFord.com or visit the dealership on Telegraph Road.
Pat Milliken Ford, over 60 years of the experience you deserve.
At Michigan Schools and Government Credit Union, we know your car is more than a car. It's your escape, your happy place. And now with our auto rate pledge, we're giving you more confidence you're getting the best rate possible. Bring us your auto loan and we'll give you a 0.25% discount or our lowest rate, whichever saves you more. Plus, get a $100 bonus when you finance $5,000 or more. It's more than a lower payment. It's our commitment to you. Visit msgcu.org or stop by a branch today. Conditions apply. Insured by NCUA.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Oil change coming up? We can help you out. Right now, you can get 5 quarts of Pennzoil high mileage motor oil and an STP oil filter for just $27.99. And if you need it fast, we can help you get it fast. Whether it's at home with our next day delivery or in store and curbside with our free same day pickup. The choice is yours. Getting the job done just got easier. Restrictions and details at AutoZone.com.
And now a game of Commercial Chicken, brought to you by Progressive, where we see how long Flo can go without talking about insurance. Ready? Go.
So, traffic has been crazy lately, right? And rush hour? Forget it. Nobody wants to let you merge onto the highway. But hey, somebody let you merge or you wouldn't be there, so drivers will switch to Progressive to save big.
Okay, you win. We can't help but save customers money. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
It's Mattress Firm's Labor Day sale. Hurry in and save up to $500 when you get a king bed for the price of a queen or a queen for a twin. Plus, get a free adjustable base when you spend $6.99 or more. And save up to 50% on select mattresses from our top-rated brands, like Sealy and more. Shop in store, online, or by phone today. Don't wait. Only at Mattress Firm's Labor Day sale. Offer valid with qualifying purchase. Restrictions apply. Valid participating locations only. Some products only available online. For offer details, visit mattressfirm.com/sale.
Hiring is challenging.
challenging. Just ask Dylan Miskowitz, the COO of Cafe Altura.
We needed a director of coffee in order to move our products forward. It felt like we were looking for a needle in a haystack.
Dylan started using ZipRecruiter and found his perfect candidate in a few days.
We were very impressed with how quickly we had quality candidates applied through ZipRecruiter.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
This hour of instant feedback brought to you by Mike Pepero of National Benefit Plans. For affordable life insurance, log on to nbphealth.com.
Now, text or call the ticket using the same number. Ticket text 248-539-9797.
Before the hour. 97.1 The Ticket. John Jansen here with myself, Greg Hargrave, running the show. Heather off all week. We should actually mention this is Heather. I wonder if this is Heather's worst day of her vacation because it is Thursday.
Yeah, because it's getting creeping closer to the end.
Yes. Well, no, she just hates Thursdays.
Yeah, well, I know she hates Thursday.
Also, we want to congratulate our friends, colleagues, co-workers, because we do work with some of them as well, over at our brother, sister, whatever station you want to use, WWJ News Radio 950. Today they are celebrating their 100th birthday. Been on the air 100 years. They came on the air August 20th, 1920. So congratulations to especially the morning crew who we see every morning when we get here. Tom Jordan, Roberta Jacina, Pat Vitale, Sandra, and others.
Sony, what was it like hearing WWJ for the first time?
I was going to make that. Hey, I'll tell you. They talked about, the sports report was real short. There was no NBA. There was no NFL. There were the Detroit Tigers.
Yeah, baseball was in full swing.
Yeah, I don't know if they wore numbers back then. But as you know, if you've been following this program throughout the COVID, we started this summer really finding out who is the best player in Detroit/Michigan to wear a particular number. Yesterday, it's kind of interesting. Yesterday, Desmond Howard was voted as the best player to wear number 21. I thought Dave Bing, the Hall of Famer and ended up being mayor, should have won, but I understand why Desmond won. But that's okay. Desmond in college did win the Heisman Trophy. Dave Bing, although he's in the Hall of Fame, I think the Pistons maybe won 1 or 2 playoff series when he played. So anyway, it's time to get up to number 22. And John, when we did this last, it was Barry Sanders, number 20, and it was overwhelming. I'm not sure this is going to be as overwhelming. I think we have a chance for this to be really close. So we like to, or at least I like to give a list of, nominees and mention some people. We always end up forgetting some people who should be just mentioned for their, goodness/greatness who won't make the list. And it's weird because you look up the Detroit Tigers and the best probably 22 is Virgil Trucks, who pitched way back in I think the 50s. He won over 150 games. He was pitched for 12 or 13 years. But do you realize, this is really strange, I couldn't believe it if it's correct, and baseballreference.com is always right. Victor Reyes wears number 22 for the Tigers right now. The last Tiger to wear number 22 was Hiram Bocachica back in 2002. Why? It's amazing to me the Tigers have not had a number 22 basically in over 15 years. That's crazy to me. That's because it's not an uncommon number. And the Tigers have not had very good number 22s, that's for damn sure. Milt Kyler. Justin Thompson was good, and then he got traded in the Juan Gonzalez trade, but he wasn't great. Other 22s that deserve mention include Michigan State basketball player Brendan Dawson. And there's a chance, especially with Michigan State stuff, because they don't provide as good a historical information as the Bentley Library website does at the University of Michigan. So Brendan Dawson wore number 22. As far as Michigan 22s that won't get mentioned, Karan Higdon, David Long, pretty good defensive back, not great. Duncan Robinson doesn't deserve to be on the list, but deserves to be mentioned.
No.
But there's also a basketball player in the 60s who was probably Michigan's first great basketball, Bill Bunton.
Yep.
He
retired.
was spectacular. His jersey's retired, I believe, number 22. And now we get into the ones that definitely should be under consideration, and then I'll give my top 4. From Michigan State University, now he only played 2 years. Most people thought he was only going to play 1. Miles Bridges.
Yep.
Miles Bridges was a terrific basketball player, as you know. Speaking of college athletics, he is in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, and I assume he's in the College Football Hall of Fame. From the University of Michigan, number 22, Ty Law.
Going into the Hall of Honor this year.
Yes, indeed.
University of Michigan.
Yeah, whenever they decide to play football. The other one who should definitely get consideration, because he was a vital, and I mean vital part, of 2 NBA championships. That would be the Spider, John Sally.
Sally.
But in my opinion, and we can debate the 4, here are my 4. Number 1, and in no order, he only played, I believe, 4 years for the Detroit Red Wings, but he scored a lot of goals, and he was very popular, which shouldn't sway your opinion, but he was popular, and he does listen to this show occasionally because he does text me, but still, I think Dino Ciccarelli needs to be on the. I think Dino Ciccarelli was a terrific player in his 4 years with the Detroit Red Wings. But that can be to me, the debate will be between Dino and Ty Law. That's what the debate's going to be, if you ask me. Another person who should be up there, former Detroit Piston as well, and he was a great player before he was traded and had a lot of great years with the New York Knicks. And coincidentally, on the day of the NBA lottery, he won the first NBA lottery as the general manager of the New York Knicks. He also wore number 22 in college at the University of Detroit.
Two-sport athlete.
Dave DeBusschere, to me, is unbelievable. He's a lock.
That's a lock.
Okay? The third person who I think should